you a video yesterday about the quality of the air on the London Underground and some of the myths and some of the truths surrounding it. Well, a lot of you had an awful lot to say, and I want to look at some of that now and read out some of your comments. Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing all right. I'm well, hope you are as well, and everything's good in your neck of the woods. Well, this is one of these regular comment readbacks I like to do, just to kind of acknowledge some of the stuff that you're saying and give a little bit back. We did a video, I keep doing the raw we. You know, I do have people that help me, but it's me in front of the camera. Me. Yes, there is a video on the channel yesterday where I discussed the air quality on the London Underground. A lot of you had a fair bit to say, some of it quite interesting, quite insightful. So I want to just spend a bit of time going through reading some of the comments. Now, the first one, right off the top of the list, let me see if I can find it. Here we go. Hi Andy, I work on the Underground, on the track. If I actually go down the tube and do, say, a 2.5 to 3 hour shift, after I blow my nose, the tissue is full of black soot. If I walk around London all day and blow my nose, this doesn't happen. That's a bit of an eye-opener, isn't it? There's other comments of that nature there as well, and, you know, quite eye-opening. No one, Digital Dreams 99, he is everything that's wrong with modern politics. He completely devoids himself of any personal responsibility for failings that are his and his alone. I think people are coming round to that opinion, really. Let's see what happens in the elections. Fingers crossed. George Cunningham, how on earth can you say the air underground in an enclosed space where thousands of people pass through is cleaner than fresh air on the surface? Well, you can't. You know, and as I discussed in the video, the facilities aren't in place for it to be anything else. Peter, EPA should test the air, and if it fails, shut the system down. Then let Khan explain himself. There are people going around with air quality detectors, I know that. Richard Waring, I've honestly got to the point where I believe he actually makes things up out of his walked head. It used to be called lying. I think it still is, actually. In this day and age, there you have it. Who rules? An unelected body that keeps telling us what to do. And there's a lot of replies to that. Gordon Redding, the air above ground concerns the who, whereas the air below ground is nothing to do with who. So Khan sets the levels. New Walks 803. Anyone spotting this bloke on a platform could always give him a nudge. Now. Nick Butler, how about he spends a full week down there eating and sleeping? That will show us how safe it is. If he does not survive, then it's no great loss. He's not very well liked, is he? Who's this? Les Edwards. I would be interested to see his interviews examined by body language experts. I'm no expert, I'm just a cab driver, but, you know, I can read people, and a lot of people can, particularly when it's very transparent. Maggie 2366, I see the New Statesman saying Khan will still get voted back in. How out of touch are these people? I can't see it myself. You know, we have to throw our weight behind, well, if we live in London, one of the other people. Otherwise, the left or the right, which we used to, get in, and I would be absolutely devastated to see that happen. Stephen Saran, there ought to be a limit to how many terms of office an elected mayor can have. If not, we're going to live in an endless feudal state where once we have historical counties and a central government. Yes, that is an interesting concept. I mean, you look at the president of the USA, 2 terms, isn't it? Some may have trouble remembering their first term, but yes, maybe you have a point. Martin Harvey, There was a guy quite recently with a calibrated air detector who tested the air on the underground on YouTube. Needless to say, it does not sound too healthy, judging by the extremes he detected up against the published minimum standards required. Like most politicians, even if their mouths aren't moving, they're still talking out of their derriere. Batch 6792. Next, he'll be telling us that he doesn't have bags under his eyes. Does he? Logical thinker. Most of London is well below 4, which is the limit apparently. The Tube, on the other hand, I've seen videos of people with air quality readings of up to 14. That don't sound good. Maverick, Severity 7. If I got that screen name right. Breaches health and safety rules above ground according to who rules, which are... And where does it breach them exactly? Leafy Mayfair, the embankment, by how much, on what days, what times? At night, with little traffic? Under what weather conditions? During rainy days, snow, bank holidays? How often are conditions monitored? What devices, what tolerances, by whom is the data collected? How often? Is there a political bias? Probably, for those collating the data. So many essential questions upon which to form an opinion, especially as the difference, 100 yards of road, may reveal a vast difference in air quality. Is it not true that even then, traffic only counts for about 20% of the pollutants? Very, very insightful, thank you. Steve Brown, the dust on the underground is made up of other people also, skin, hair, etc. So you're actually breathing in other people as well as brake dust. I had hoped I would never see Khan's face again. Only an Anglo-Saxon Caucasian should be mayor of anywhere in Britain. Clive Williams. And what about the air quality in the Elizabeth line, the flagship of the London Underground system that cost billions? This is a 21st century installation and should have provided air quality that was well below WHO guidelines. Get him to blow his nose after a trip on the tube. Health and safety only applies at work. It does not apply outside a working environment like at home or travelling around generally. That's Kerr Steiner. Light 360, make it real. Hi Andy and all. Transport for London and other electric trains create a corrosive and dangerous gas to breathe. It's caused by air passing between electric sparking, resulting in O3 with its ozone. You see, there's loads and loads and loads of people that know that the air quality is a very big issue down there. It's, and it's not widely publicised. It's only people that are starting to now say, hang on a minute, you're making all the fuss up there, what about down here? Crazy, crazy world, folks. Let me know what you think if you've got anything else to add, but that's just a little cross-section of what people do think. I'm off. I'll see you shortly with one more.